Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Kyra, and it is so hot. We're in the middle of a heat wave. It is currently, I think, like 101 degrees outside, absolutely deadly. And I was like, I want to do a craft. I want to do a craft, as I always am, but I don't want to knit. I don't want to crochet. Like, I don't want to have that anywhere near me. I don't want to sew mainly just because I don't want to listen to my sewing machine be loud. So I was like, well, I don't want to hand sew. So that has led me to spinning. And I haven't spun in a while because normally I do spin outside and I have this like fleece yarn thing that I have to card out all individually and it's hot and I don't want to do that outside because it's 101 degrees outside. So I did find some fiber that is already all prepped up. I don't have to card it or anything. I just have to spin it. And we are going to do that. And I'm going to sit on this chair in front of the fan and spin. So let me tell you about my fiber because I'm very excited about it. Okay, so my fiber. It is a Romney Jacob kind of sheep. Yeah, you get it. Look at this color, and the sheep's name was Old Blue. And the the lady that I bought it from told me that this is from her dead sheep collection. So Old Blue is no longer with us, but she's gonna continue on with me, personally. But look at this fiber. It says more lights required. Let me turn the light on so you can really take this in. Look how pretty that is. It has like little specks of gray all in the black. I don't know if you can really tell, but I am so excited for this. And I got 4 ounces of it. So the plan is to spin it up and then do something with it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but we're going to figure it out after I spin it. My goal with spinning, let me turn this light off because it's a million degrees. My goal with spinning is to eventually get to a point where I can spin for a project and I can like get the right perfect gauge or whatever for my spinning and it can be perfect, 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 and I have enough yarn and da 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 da. Personally, just not there yet in terms of hand spinning. So we're gonna spin first, decide what we're doing later. And I'm going to sit in front of this fan. And I'm gonna spin. Okay, now that I have it out of the bag, you can kind of see like the little striping effect. It is so cute. I hope I can preserve some of that in spinning because like this was a sheepy. I love sheep. Sheep are like sheep and pigs. Those are my two favorite animals. Cats too, obviously. But yeah, I'm gonna spin. I'm just so excited. I have not spun in so long because I have not wanted to sit outside and card. Because listen, I live in an apartment and we got all those fibers flying all over the house. It's just not the moves. All right, spinning, spinning, spinning. Here's my update. You can't really tell, but that's the yarn. You can see it. And I just like I don't know why I make everything so hard for myself. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but like I just fully convince myself that I can do it. Like and it'll be fine. And it has been fine. Like this is what I'm working on right now with my own carded yarn. This is the last little bit that I have carded and I gotta card the rest. But like pulling like I don't know if you can tell, but this is not like the most uniform, the most precise way of doing things. And I've been like, this is fine. This is fine. It's so hard to draft, and it's because of the way that I card it, and I just don't do a very good job, and I get bored, and I'm like, well, it doesn't all need to be nicely done. And so I just do that, and I've been spinning with that, and that's nice and all. But doing it this way with like this is a dream to draft from. Like I I forgot how easy it is because I haven't used anything like roving in a while. Like it is just a million times easier. A million, cajillion, a billion times easier to like make everything the same too. Like keep the consistent amount of fiber coming from your draft, so your yarn is consistent, all things we love, but it just makes it easier when it's like this. And I just don't know why I make everything harder for myself. Like, why do I do that? Why do I do that? But yeah, we're getting a pretty thin yarn with this. I'm kind of feeling like I might want to weave with it, which kind of goes against my vibes with it being 100 degrees outside. But that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. We'll decide. We'll decide when we get there. Because if I weave with it, I could just use singles, and that will be a nice little fun. See, yep, we just messed up. But it's fine because we can fix it. If anyone out there is like watching this and they're like, I want to spin, do it. Because it's so easy to fix if you mess up. And like it's really not as hard as it seems. It's so like mindless too. I don't really know if that's the correct word, but once you figure out what you're doing, like I'm spinning right now talking to you, and I, minus my little mess up there where I pulled my drafts a little bit too thin. Like I'd normally just watch YouTube or an episode of TV or something as I'm doing this. So it's a nice little activity if you're looking to branch out from knitting or crochet. And then you can use it in your knitting and crochet, and you can make your own yarn. And you can be like, yeah, I made this. You know, just the same things I've said in all my other spinning videos. But yeah, I'm having a grand old time. I'm cooling down just a little bit. Okay, hello. I'm going to give you a little demo just in case you've never seen spinning and this is brand new and you're like, oh my goodness, who is this 85-year-old woman talking to me stuck in a young woman's body? I'm going to show you how to do it because it's really not that hard. So you have your fiber connected and you have your little spindle and it has this little hook and you just take it and you bam, bam. Yep, we got that. And then you literally just take it and you roll it off your leg and that's it. The spinning is what is causing these fibers to kind of grip together and make that sort of yarn. So we got that going. And then bam. And then once you get good arm length, just pull it off and wrap it around this thing. The drop spindle, this thing. It's called a drop spindle. If you can't tell, I'm not the best teacher. My mom actually is a teacher, and so is my aunt, and my sister is going to school for her right now. And I just did not get the teaching gene. I just didn't get it. Skipped right over me. But yeah, spinning. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Y'all, I'm about to cry because I'm spinning this old blues fiber. Who, as the person I bought it from told me, that she's dead. She is no longer with us. So, the sheep, not the lady. Oh my gosh. But as I'm spinning it, I just found this little piece of like, I don't know, something, and it just looks like a little flower, and it just feels like Miss Old Blue herself is talking to me. Aw, how sweet. I love that. I just love cutesy little things like that. Like, how cute. Don't mind my fingers. I was putting it down on my desk. Anyway, back to spinning. We discuss the most needy cat. Oh, you can't even see it. He's hitting me. Let me adjust. I'm working. I'm working. He has no teeth. Fun fact about him, if you just saw that. He he has his two bottom teeth, and that's why they hold his lip up like that. When we got him, all of his teeth were rotting in his head. So they had to get rid of it. Yep. Oh, it's not about you. It's not about you. I promise y'all, I'm not like ignoring him or being a terrible cat mom. He, this is him all day, every day. He's a little sensitive guy. Oh, there he goes. So he just needs to get out of his system sometimes. Okay, hi. So I've gone through. This is day 2, and I've spun 2 ounces. Look how thin, and this is like It's actually like pretty consistent. I'm very proud of myself for this one. But I have my little single here, and I'm gonna go ahead and wind this up using a ball winder. And the way that I ply, I'll show you once I get it all wound up in the ball winder. But I basically just grab the two ends and then ply those together. Because then you never just have like extra yarn, you know what I mean? Because if I just were to ply or spin two different, like if I were to put these together, one would be longer than the other, if that makes sense. But since I'm just playing from one single, it's all the same. But yeah, I'm gonna wind that into a ball, ply it, and then soak it. Yeah, I love yarn. I'm so excited. Okay, hello. Let me sort of kind of explain what's going on here. If you have never spun yarn or you've never plied it, don't mind that. Um, anyway, so you have your ball that you wound, and you have the two strings, one coming from the outside, so this would be the end of the ball, one coming from the inside, and you just hold them together and you ply them together. And to ply it, so let's say this is our leg, we were spinning this way to make our yarn, we're gonna spin the opposite way. So you just, then it just goes, and you just let it go. That's literally it. That's plying. So y'all got it. I believe in you. Plying is probably it's probably my favorite part, just because it's so satisfying and it goes by so quickly. And you're just like shoop 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 shoop, fly, shoop, just like that. That's it. I believe in you. You got it. Okay, so I have everything plied, and I do not have a lazy Susan, or not a lazy Susan. What is that called? A nitty naughty. I don't have a nitty naughty, and I don't have a chair. But what I do have is this plant stand that I use as a table. So basically, from here, I'm just gonna take this off of this and just wrap it around like that. You see what I'm working with? And that'll give us the stretch that we need. But that'll also give us like a place to tie it off, because once you get it fully wrapped around, you're going to want to tie it off in all the little places so that we can go ahead and soak it and thwop it. That's going to be the word of the day, thwop. So I'm going to wrap this in my stool, BRB. Okay, so here I am with my yarn. I went ahead and I tied down the edges. You want to make sure the ends are tied down. So this is one end. You can't see it at all. But you want to make sure your ends are tied down. So I got the front and the back, and then I put a little middle one in here just in case those come out. And then I just tied some more. And are you ready for how we make this into a skein? Wow. It is now a skein of yarn. Like, look how pretty that is. Oh, I got so much of this like little white marbling throughout. I'm so excited about this. This is so exciting. I think the goal is to make socks. I want to make socks so I can just like have Miss Old Blue with me. And it's so soft. Like, look at that. Gorgina. Anyway, so basically from here, we're going to soak this in hot water, and I have to go to work. So it's going to sit in hot water for 8 hours. And then we're going to thwack it, beat it up, beat it. I might actually leave it like this and then soak it when I get home, because you really only want to soak it for like 20 minutes. So when I get home, I'm going to soak this, and then we're going to thwack it, which basically you just take it and you beat it, and that'll help all these little fibers kind of grip together so your yarn holds together a little bit better. And then it dries, and then yarn, and then it's done. Look how cute. This is going to be so fun. Oh, I love making yarn. Like, look how much yarn we got. And it was 4 ounces. I probably used about 2. And this is what we're working with. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to work, and then I'll show you it when it's all nice and dry tomorrow. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Hi. Next day. My yarn's all dry. Look at this. Like, that is so pretty. Like, you can see all the little white in there. And now we have yarn. How much yarn? I don't know. I'd have to measure around and then count. That's probably why a nitty knotty would be more helpful because then you don't have to do the measuring and all the math and all that. But that's it. That's how easy it is, y'all. So thank you for coming along with me as I spun some yarn. I think this is a lot more than I expected. So I'm thinking I'll probably definitely have enough to do socks. I'll have to spin the other half and then measure and then do some math and all that. But I've never knit a pair of socks before. Like I've crocheted socks. Like, look at that little white bit. Like, that's gonna be so cute. Anyway, I've never crocheted or I've never knit socks. So I think I'm gonna try to knit some socks. Because this is so soft. Like, it just. Oh. Anyway, me and Miss Old Blue, we're here and we got some yarn. But yeah, it's literally that easy. So definitely spin your own yarn because it's fun. Spin your yarn. Anyway, one last look, and then I'll let you go. Have a good night, day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you all later. Bye.